Mike.
It's Jen.
We're the travelers.
Oh yeah, we're going to San Francisco.
Here we are on the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate is probably the most iconic symbol in the San Francisco Bay
Oh wow,
Area.
that's nice.
Everybody goes there.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, isn't it the first place we take our friends when they want to see San Francisco?
Of course.
Where do we go? Vista Point.
Vista Point. There we go.
Yes, we'll talk about Vista Point a little bit more once we see it here in the video. But right now, since we're on the bridge, let's talk about that a little bit. The bridge itself is about 1.7 miles long and about 90 feet wide.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's cool.
There's 6 lanes for cars. There's a lane on each side for bikes, bicycles, or pedestrians. Now here we come. We're over on the Vista Point side, looking at one of the tourist buses that are all over San Francisco.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
Yes. And this is a view from Vista Point, which is on the north side in Marin County of the bridge. We're looking over at the, we're moving fast.
That's the best of Poland, this area. And the view there is the Golden Gate. There all.
Looks like she's running. Okay, we're out there looking. There's San Francisco, the city. And then there's the bridge, and there was the headlands. That is Fort Baker below us. That's where the Coast Guard is. That is the Presidio. Part of the Presidio used to be down there. It's all part of, all throughout the headlands and the edge of the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate is the actual entrance from the ocean into the San Francisco Bay, which the Golden Gate Bridge spans the Golden Gate.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And all around that, there are Army bunkers and old gun turrets and even a Nike missile launch site where they used to guard the Golden Gate, especially in World War II. They were very concerned that the Japanese were going to invade San Francisco. So there's a lot of military installation all through this otherwise completely rustic area, especially in the Marin Headlands. We'll talk more about that in the future, maybe in this video a little bit, and in future videos. Here off in the distance, you can see Oakland, behind the Oakland Bay Bridge back there. In front of that was Alcatraz Island, infamous prison.
There's the Golden Gate.
There's the Golden Gate again. We're looking at the headlands. Out in Alcatraz, for many, many years, they thought that was no way anybody could ever escape from that place. A lot of famous criminals were there. There were 2 gentlemen, and I forget their names, but they may or may not have gotten away. Nobody knows absolutely for sure. It's a very interesting tour. It's hard to get tickets nowadays, and they're getting pretty expensive, but if you got time on your schedule, Alcatraz Island Tour is fun if you like that kind of history. Yeah, again, there's Alcatraz Island. That's a fun little visit. And if you don't want to do the whole tour, take a bay ferry tour or something. It's very nice to get out on the bay, especially on a hot summer day. Although, as people locally will know, on a hot summer day in most of the Bay Area, San Francisco is foggy and cold. That's why Mark Twain once said, the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. And it's not like it snows, but with the fog, it gets very chilly, and often it'll be 90 to 100 degrees in the East Bay Hills, but 58 or 60 degrees in San Francisco. So that's God's air conditioning. If you want to cool off, you head to the city. Doesn't always work, but there it is. And here we are up on the headlands in one of the bunkers. That is a tunnel over into one of the batteries. There are miles and miles and miles of hiking trails through the headlands. It's a very rustic area for the most part, but as I said earlier, there are infrastructure of army bunkers and tunnels and ammo dumps all throughout the hills. Some of them people still don't know where they all are. A lot of people explore them. I've heard all kinds of stories, like there was once a devil worshipping coven that was living in one of the bunkers and taking people's babies and doing rituals and killing the babies. Of course, that was never proven and probably wasn't true, but it made for a good story, especially if you wanted to scare somebody at a campground.
Oh,
Campfire.
wow. That's interesting.
I do know one or two homeless people who lived there at times. Definitely you can find a warmer, drier place than, than living in the front of a storefront, but it's a long hike. So,
Oh, yeah, it is.
so you don't see a lot of homeless living out there, besides the fact there's nothing there. There's nowhere to get any food or anything. In all of the headlands, I don't think there's a store that you can buy anything.
No, there's not.
The closest thing would be the Marine
It is close.
the Marine Mammal Center. You might be able to buy a little candy bar,
Oh, yeah,
but it's not really a store. Now that is a great place in the headlands. There is the Marine Mammal Center, who do wonderful work in saving animals that are found all over California, mostly, but anywhere that are hurt or sick, and they take them in and they care for them. And of course, the goal is always to bring them back to nature, but it doesn't always work. Here we are, more of the headlands, and that was a gun tour we just went by, where there used to be big giant guns that pointed out at the ocean. And if anybody, like the Japanese, were to come with their ships, they could shoot them, and they wouldn't even know where they're getting shot from, because they're way back in the hills and hiding in the hills. And these were big guns. We're not talking little guns.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Now we're coming around the backside. This is
This road is going to...
toward Fort Cronkite and Rodeo Beach.
Yes.
There's also Point Bonita and the Bonita Lighthouse, and there's an interesting little bridge that you take to walk from the landmass to the point where the lighthouse is. It's a replica of the Golden Gate Bridge made out of wood.
Oh, wow.
That's a walking bridge. So it's the size to walk on, but it looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, except for it's white.
Oh, only white people can go
No,
there?
no, not only white people. It's not a racist bridge. It's just a colorless bridge. It's white. It's painted white. It's not golden.
There's small bridge there. The first bridge.
It's not the Trump bridge. Oh, did I say that?
No.
This was where we sat to watch our sunset. This was a great location to watch the sunset, especially this day. Usually it's... Oh, this I have to comment on. Look at the guy getting pulled by the bike. He's strapped to the guy behind him. Now, what I was wondering, is the guy in front too fast and they're trying to slow him down? Or is the guy in back too slow, they're trying to make him go faster?
Oh, wow.
Another group of bikers. That's one thing you really have to be careful of around the headlands is the bicycles. It is California state law to give them at least 3 feet when you pass them. So if you have to wait behind them for traffic to clear to allow you to do that, you have to wait behind them. And it doesn't do any good to get angry and honk your horn. They have as much right there as you do. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Besides, if you're in this area, you shouldn't be in a hurry. It's too beautiful to be in a hurry. You just look around at nature. You never know what you might see. There's eagles back here. There's hawks. I one time, a long time ago, saw a white mountain goat. It was incredible. I thought I was seeing things, and then I looked it up later, and there are some that live there. There's a small herd of them, and they're very, very rare. Beautiful animals.